Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm here with the lore of Fate Grand Order Ooku, or however you say it, right? And yeah, I know you're probably wondering, like, yeah, why I'm doing this, right? Um, yeah, basically, yeah, I did pick the second most voted, right, out of the poll that I did. And that's what I said I was gonna do, right? So yeah, here I am with the Ooku, right? And apparently this took place before the Indian Lost Belt, right? So yeah, I guess, yeah, good time. I mean, I should have probably looked at this first, then the Indian, but yeah, it's whatever, right? Um, but yeah, I will be posting a poll, I think either today, tomorrow, whenever, right? Basically before Monday. And I'll just ask you guys, what else do you want me to see, right? For next Friday, or whenever I upload the next lore video, right? And yeah, right now you can just go down in the comments, put down what you want me to look at, right? And I'll just put it up on the poll, right? And I might do mainly lost belts on this as well, if not too many people do it, right? Because I know, yeah, I've been looking at Lost Belt 6, so yeah, I don't know, I might look at that, right? If a bunch of you guys, vote on that. But yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna put it in the poll, right? But yeah, the other lost belt that I'll probably do is either 2 or 3, right? Those lost belts. Um, and for characters, I mean, I don't think there's really, any characters I really want to look at the most. I know I did Musashi, but that's because, yeah, really, yeah, didn't see much of her, right? So yeah, just good to see her story and all of that, right? At least a little bit of it, and yeah, see what she did, right? What she can do. Um, but yeah, other than that, yeah, that's pretty much about it for what I had to say. So yeah, the second most voted is what I'm gonna do today. And yeah, this one's pretty short, so yeah, I can give you guys one video, right? It's only about 20 minutes, right? But yeah, I'm gonna just start it up right here. So yeah, hope you guys will enjoy this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get this reaction started.
Took what they gave me, did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody.
Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as you can go leave. Got M's in the bank like S and D. Cartier glasses, I won't even Pikachu. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu. I got him waiting and watching what he gon' do. Tryna pee what I do, tryna steal my move. 2500 for a new pair of tennis shoes, the same price.
Welcome back to Otaku Daikun. Dai here. We're so close to covering the next Lost Belt in India, but before we do that, it's actually really helpful for us to talk about an event that precedes it, the Tokugawa Restoration Labyrinth, Ooku.
Okay.
Unlike a lot of the
Ooku,
in Fate Grand Order, this one develops the overall lore of Type Moon by introducing a new beast of humanity. Plus, its antagonist, Kama, is a direct result of what's going on in the Indian Lost Belt. Since she's the star of the show, let's start with her. In mythology, Kama, is the Indian god of love.
Looking good.
It is actually a male, according to legend.
Okay, bro.
Cupid, the little baby who shoots people with
it's like, bro, I'm over here saying she's looking good and stuff. They already turned her into a male, bro. Okay.
He's a charming male who rides atop a parrot, wielding a sugarcane bow with
sugarcane bow.
These arrows cause their targets to fall in love.
Yeah, of course.
This ability was thought to come in handy when the gods requested that Parvati, Kama's sister, conceive a child with her husband Shiva, the god of destruction and creation. Problem was, Shiva wasn't interested in Parvati and was too busy meditating. As such, Kama was tasked with forcing Shiva's hand by shooting him with an arrow of love.
Okay.
Sadly, this backfired, and Shiva, rather than being enamored, invoked his wrath upon Kama, opening his third eye to painfully incinerate Kama's body. As a result, Kama is thought of as a god of the universe, without a corporeal form.
Wait, hold on real quick. So that was her. I'm like, okay, is that someone else or something that he's showing? No, that's her when she's, wait, she younger? Yeah, she's looking younger. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, it looks like Kama, but I'm like, okay.
Corporeal form.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, I don't know about that for sure, though.
Desires, the demon king, Mara. In legend, Mara was a demon who obstructed those who practice Buddhism, specifically opposing the Gautama Buddha's enlightenment with temptation from beautiful women, as well as attacks from monsters, deadly weather, and weapons including a plate of fire.
She's definitely getting older.
None of these attempts worked, but in the same way that
or
Kama
he,
became
actually.
an enemy of Shiva, so too did Mara become an enemy of all Buddhism. The way that fate puts it, Kama and Mara are two sides of the same coin. The former being the good aspect of love, and the latter being the evil side of love.
Oh.
It's really not hard to understand why Kama resents his job as a god of love. He was torched by Shiva, after all.
Bro, why they gotta be okay?
He rebels to cause
like,
havoc
bro, it's
for
a whole
Parvati,
dude. They
allowing
showing these
Mara to
poses
greatly
and
influence
stuff.
him.
Okay.
In FGO,
Bro.
Kama/Mara takes on the form of a Sakura face. So while Persona gives us a nightmarish
Okay.
dick chariot, Fate gives us a sexy kohai. This form matches Kama's sister Parvati, who's already joined Chaldea as a pseudo-servant using Sakura Mato's body. As I mentioned
okay.
before,
Oh,
Parvati
yeah,
is
I
famously
can see
known
it,
as Shiva's
yeah.
wife. She consists of two
Sakura.
aspects, Kali, the god of fury, and Durga, the god of war. Typically, she's thought of in terms of Shiva, and so in battle, she uses Shiva's spear, Trishula. Despite being a war goddess, she manifests in Sakura's body because the two of them share similar personalities. Ritsuka first met Parvati during a ray shift to Fuyuki.
Okay, yeah, got a
There,
school
Parvati was searching
uniform
for
on?
Sakura's school
Okay.
uniform, which had been
Yeah.
stolen by Medusa as a trap. Turns out Medusa's got some lasting affections for Sakura, and tries to convince Parvati to abandon her vessel. Of course she doesn't, and now she's a servant of Chaldea. Normally, Mara is meant to be held in check by Shiva's watchful eye. But during the formation of the Indian Lost Belt, Arjuna absorbed the divinity of most of the Indian gods, including Shiva. This allowed Mara's presence inside Kama to strengthen, and she escaped the Lost Belt in order to become a beast of humanity. More specifically, Beast 3L, the counterpart to Sesshoin Kiara's Beast 3R.
Okay. Oh,
These
I
two
remember
beasts
seeing.
share a number
Okay.
because they both corrupt humanity.
Actually, yeah, I see
through
her a
love.
lot.
In
Actually,
Kiara's
up in the
case, it was a
AMVs
matter
and
of
stuff.
humanity loving her
Right.
obsessively. It
And
was
the
a selfish
previews.
love, where she continually basked in the love of others. Kama, on the other hand, no doubt thanks to Mara's influence, seeks to love humans in order to corrupt them. In her case, by giving love to all rather than taking it for herself, she hopes to tempt humanity into its corruption. Of course, transforming into a beast takes time, and the counterforce sure as hell doesn't want another beast being born. Thus, to hide herself until completion, Kama seeks refuge in a singularity she constructs from the dying wishes of a single woman, Lady Kasuga of Japan's Edo period. Now, the Edo period was ushered in by the Tokugawa shogunate, and this reign was carried on by various Tokugawa children. Lady Kasuga served as the family's wet nurse, personally raising Tokugawa Iemitsu in the early 1600s. She became famous for more rigorously establishing the Oku, a chamber within the imperial castle meant for the family's wives,
Oh,
nurses, and
so
concubines.
okay, that's a chamber.
Such a chamber had existed previously, but Kasuga reformed it into a place to raise and protect the Tokugawa heir. Normally, Lady Kasuga would die in the year 1643, wishing at the end of her life for the chance to continue nurturing the Tokugawa lineage. But this wish drew Kama to the Oku, where the fleeing goddess would take over and turn it into a full-blown singularity. She started this by tempting Tokugawa Iemitsu with her body, and, assuming it was her adult form, I honestly wouldn't blame the guy. She consumed his soul and used its karmic threads, his connection to other people, to steal the souls of everyone in the Oku. Between Iemitsu and Kasuga's karmic threads, Kama absorbed nearly all of the souls in Edo, as well as the souls of the Tokugawa shoguns from the past and future. Knowing we would eventually be a threat, Kama also targeted Chaldea to get to Ritsuka. She took advantage of Gordolf, because he's such a simp,
Gordolf.
and
Okay.
charmed
Oh
him
yeah, I
into
forgot. Yeah, he
disabling
is.
Chaldea's
Here,
protection.
right.
This allowed her to forcibly ray-shift nearly all of Chaldea's staff and servants into the Oku, holding them prisoner. Sion saw Chaldea's residents disappearing and cut off the interference to spare both Mashu and Ritsuka.
And for new
Of all the
Chaldea.
servants caught up
Okay.
in Kama's plan, only 2 managed to preserve their saint crafts. The first is Kiara Sesshoin. As an ex-beast of sorts, it appears Kiara was resistant
Oh,
to
so
Kama's
okay, yeah, I
influence.
see.
Of course,
Yeah, that
Chaldea
one
has
horn
no
that
idea
or
why,
she has,
as the
right?
Seraph singularity she came from way back ended with everyone losing their memories. Heck, Ritsuka doesn't even remember summoning Kiara afterward. She's fully aware of this though, and as such volunteers to help sort this mess out. The other servant to resist Kama was, in fact, her own
so
sister
okay,
Parvati.
yeah, Parvati.
Not only was
Okay,
Parvati
yeah.
able to remain
that's
a
how you say
functioning
her,
servant,
spell her
she
name.
also sensed the soul of Lady Kasuga and offered up her body as a vessel. Because of this, Parvati was able to preserve Kasuga while still helping us in battle. Nice job. So, what did Kama need with all of these souls anyway? Again, she needed to create a singularity she could use to hide from the counterforce until awakening as a beast. But the actual form the singularity takes is quite complex. Essentially, Kama turned the Ooku
Wait, hold up. Let me see this real quick. This is, okay, a whole map. Okay, so yeah, I'm guessing in the game you just, go through all of this here. Yeah, pretty expansive.
A
Okay.
massive 6-floor labyrinth.
Yeah.
Oh,
6th floor. Okay.
Materials. The most crucial parts are, naturally, the Tokugawa shoguns, who have been trapped within pillboxes scattered throughout the structure. One might say that this Ooku is more or less fueled by Tokugawa energy, with Kama at its core. She believes she's established the ideal facility for her transformation into a beast, because now the Ooku is tied to her own body, and in turn, the universe she presides over. The power of the Tokugawa shogunate will enable her to spread across the world and corrupt each and every human with her love. To ensure nobody can oppose her, Kama imbued the labyrinth with a curse that would turn any would-be intruders into Tokugawa themselves. In order for a human to pass through each floor, they must break the 5 Buddhist precepts, which happen to forbid killing, lying, alcohol, stealing, and my favorite, sexual temptation.
Okay.
In other words, by
pretty hard to
indulging in pleasure.
Yeah, I don't know about that when you're looking at
place
this.
Where the Tokugawa seek pleasure. Anyone who reaches the end of it will be cursed to become a Tokugawa. Hilariously, Kama uses Gordolf as a guinea pig for testing this curse.
Yeah, he just turns into
Before
one.
Ritsuka arrives, Gordolf makes his way through the labyrinth, naively falling into Kama's trap
there's literally
until he enters
multiple.
a delusion of being a Tokugawa.
Okay.
For all intents and purposes, it would appear that Kama's labyrinth truly is a foolproof contraption. That said, the flaw lies with Kama herself, specifically her own arrogance. One of the people to survive Kama's soul harvest was Matsudaira Nobutsuna, a warlord who served Tokugawa Iemitsu. Before Kama made her appearance, he teamed up with a Buddhist monk named Tenkai to stop her. Their plan is predicated on a clever contradiction. Despite being a loyal retainer to the Tokugawa, Tenkai had Nobutsuna embody anti-Tokugawa sentiments. Nobutsuna's organs were removed and fashioned into Hanafuda cards scattered throughout the labyrinth. They contain the same energy used to make the Ooku, but could be used not to protect, but to slay the Tokugawa. For this to work, however, Tenkai placed a spell on Nobutsuna to make him a traitor to the Tokugawa. They thought that, ironically, to defeat the enemy attacking the Tokugawa, they would need to actually defeat the Tokugawa themselves. They would have to defeat the shogunate to save it, all because Kama took the Tokugawa lineage as her own source of strength. In this state, Nobutsuna approached Kama and offered his service to her. Kama knew something was up and that Nobutsuna couldn't be trusted, but she played along, anticipating his plan to fail, and that agony would bring her more pleasure. For the vast majority of our time spent in the Tokugawa labyrinth, we are unintentionally playing into Kama's hand. Accompanied by Kiara and Parvati, Ritsuka ventures through the first floor, having to slay enemies along the way, thereby breaking one precept. On the second floor, we lie to the Oku's puppet enforcers for easier passage, breaking a second precept. On the third floor, Ritsuka has to become intoxicated in response to an alcoholic mist throughout the hallways, breaking a third precept. On the fourth, we have to steal keys to get through locked doors, breaking yet another. And on the fifth, we have to proceed through pathways adorned with erotic imagery, breaking the final precept. Along the way, we gather various Tokugawa pillboxes, and even encounter a suspicious dead end. Kama tries to weaponize some of Ritsuka's servants, but through combat, we're able to recruit them to our side. The first of these servants is Yagi Muninori, one of the strongest swordsmen of the Edo period.
I remember. Yeah, I just saw him last week too.
Whom we've teamed up with a couple of times now, and Scheherazade, the narrator of the Arabian Nights introduced in Agartha. Altogether, this makes for a rather humorous party. Lady Kasuga finds Matahari's apparel too revealing for Buddhist virtues.
Too revealing?
Matahari doesn't care for it all.
Bro, anything in this series is too revealing, bro.
Oh, and Kiara is a riot. Let's just say that she has her own special interpretation of the Buddhist teachings. She's constantly trying to restrain her own lust in the wake of temptation. At the end of each floor, we fight against a specter summoned by either Nobutsuna or Kama herself. The deeper we go, the more Kama's default lolly form turns into a full-bodied bombshell. I swear, I really wish I was able to summon her.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
We finally make it to the 6th
Yeah,
floor,
I don't know about
and
that.
just as Kama planned, breaking the precepts begins to brainwash Ritsuka into thinking they're a Tokugawa just like Gordolf. Things
Oh,
seem dire, as
her
Kama
arms and
reveals she's
legs are
corrupted the
burning.
one person who defeated her
Okay, I
counterpart,
thought that was just
Beast
some.
3R, and that she is
I
now
just
becoming a
thought that's
beast
how it
herself.
was, but
Gordolf is
no,
still
they were like
here,
literally
being a total
burning.
embarrassment
Okay.
when Lady Kasuga smacks
Or is
him
that the
and
effect,
reprimands him
right?
for his
The
misbehavior.
burning.
After all, she is one who teaches the Tokugawa, and part of that process involves putting them in their
Okay,
place
so yeah,
should
finally,
they
what a
misbehave.
beast now,
This
right?
actually breaks Gordolf from the curse, enough for him to actually try and punch Kama, ignorant that she's a friggin' beast on par with Getia and Tiamat. Sadly, this was only a temporary fix, and the only way to save Ritsuka is to escape the innermost chamber. Kiara decides to stay behind so everyone else can flee. This leaves her to confront Kama beast to beast, but because Kiara isn't nearly as strong as she once was, she loses the battle and vanishes.
That was the same
The
girl.
party is
Okay,
sent
yeah, I
to the
only
very
saw the
start of
one
the labyrinth,
horn,
where we
right?
try to form another
I didn't know,
strategy.
right?
Sion figures that
Unless
if the
I missed
pillboxes
it
are the
earlier
souls of
on.
Tokugawa shoguns, then perhaps we can find the pillbox belonging to Tokugawa Yoshinobu, the final one. We start to believe that, perhaps, having this pillbox will signify the end of the Tokugawa, weakening Kama's hold over Ritsuka. Even Lady Kasuga, who is shocked to realize that the Tokugawa lineage does indeed end, agrees with the plan. We go back to that suspicious dead end we ignored before, and notice a wall we can break through. On the other side is, sure enough, Yoshinobu's pillbox. In an attempt to make Ritsuka immune to the Tokugawa curse, the pillbox is fused with their mystic code, which, sadly, is also exactly what Kama wants. When we confront her once more, she reveals that she left the pillboxes exclusively so that Ritsuka could find them, even Yoshinobu's. If anything, it's made our Tokugawa energy stronger than ever, and Kama harnesses that energy to become a universal beast with enough versions of herself to love all of humanity. She plunges Ritsuka into a dark void, and all seems lost until Lady Kasuga forms a new plan. She asked Parvati to release her soul, and for Scheherazade and Matahari to use their noble phantasms to empower her spirit. Essentially, Kasuga begins to embody the legends about her and her influence over the Ooku. She declares the Ooku her domain, stealing enough control to turn the floor back to normal. With an opportunity in sight, Nobutsuna makes his move, revealing the purpose behind the Hanafuda cards. Using them frees Ritsuka from confinement, forcing Kama to regret ever having kept Nobutsuna around. He has Yagyu Munenori cut him down, turning his body into a fake Muramasa blade, the exact type of sword used against the Tokugawa shogunate. With this sword, Yagyu can finally harm Kama. As he slices through Kama's various clones, she realizes that she'll be killed if she keeps her connection to Tokugawa, and so she relinquishes it. While she felt that she had to, this was an equally fatal decision, as it also relinquished her authority over the Ooku. Thanks to this, Lady Kasuga gains full control of the space, and uses it to eject Kama. As Kama is being tossed from her former domain, Parvati strikes her down with the full might of the noble phantasm Trishula Shakti, bringing her horrible pain reminiscent of Shiva's wrath.
Yeah, she's definitely not
Cursing
loving
her
that,
fate,
right?
Kama is
Now
more
let
or
me
less
stop.
destroyed, resolving the
Oh,
singularity.
okay.
Peace is
Now I think
restored
that's
to
how it
Caldera,
ends.
And everyone who was forcibly reshifted is back. Lady Kasuga accepts her end, content with knowing the Tokugawa lineage helped shape a happy future for Japan. Gordolf, having spent the entire time basking in luxury, lounging away and eating constantly, is put on a hyper-intensive weight loss program by
Yo,
Da Vinci, so
he
that
gotta
when
go
we
get
go to
some
the Indian Lost
exercise,
Belt, he'll
okay.
be in top shape. Parvati has exhausted herself, claiming she'll be unable to join us on our next excursion, though she does help speculate about the Lost Belt's nature, given what she knows about the other gods. After being defeated, Kama retreats into her inner universe, where she falls victim to Kiara's giant hands. While Kiara
Oh,
had
so
been
that
killed
okay?
off
That was
earlier,
literally a
she was
giant
able to
hand. I thought it was
reconstruct her
just
body within Kama's
zoomed
space.
in.
At Kiara's mercy, Kama expects to be consumed so that a full Beast 3 can emerge, but Kiara explains the two of them are incompatible. Rather, Kiara is here to punish Kama by forcing her to become a heroic spirit for Caldea. Rather than a punishment, however, Kama decides to take this as a challenge. During their final battle, Lady Kasuga criticized that Kama was ignorant about the sort of love fostered in the Ooku, and so Kama aims to use this as an opportunity to expand her outlook on love, as well as to torment Parvati some more. So, yet again, we recruit a former enemy into our ranks, increasing the number of Sakura faces in Ritsuka's arsenal. Thanks to this, we can take her along when fighting her fellow Indian gods in the Lost Belt, which I'll be covering in our next video. Look forward to it!
Oh, and I
Thanks
guess
for watching.
okay, and that's it for that one right there. So yeah, definitely short, right? So yeah, yes, patrons. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely it for that one right there. Yeah, I knew it was short, but yeah, actually, to be honest, I did like that it was short too, because I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do no part 2 or something like that. I have like another 40-minute one, and I had to do like maybe actually, yeah, look at the whole 40-minute or look at 20 minutes one day and then 20 the other. Yeah, short little story, right? So yeah, I can actually remember most of it, right? And what I was confused about was actually, now that I think about it, wait, let's see. Damn, I keep on skipping over it. Okay, right here. So I thought they were the same person and she was just wearing different clothes. But that's 2 different people. So, yeah, I mean, he did just say it in the end they're adding 2 what the Sakura faces, right? Yeah, I completely thought she was just in different clothes. No, Parvati is the one on the left, I think, right? Yeah, on the left. And then I'm trying to see if I can remember the name. Kosagawa or Kosaga, I think something like that is on the right. Wait, let me see. Did I get it right? No, Kasuga, not Ko, with an O, right? But yeah, I was confused. I'm like, oh, okay, so no, there's like 2 different people, right? Not the same person. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. So yeah, got to know or learn about someone new here. But yeah, you can see it right. Well, no, I mean you can see a little bit of the horn, but I'm talking about in the background there, right? It's not like literally there, but it's like kind of like an illusion. Well, not. Oh yeah, I guess you could say an illusion or like the effect right there, that like where you can see where the horn would be, right? But yeah, I didn't know that was her though, right? Um, but other than that, yeah, that's pretty much about it. So, um, yeah, apparently that's a guy. So, yeah, I mean, he just introduced someone and it's already like, okay, no, this is a guy, right? I'm like, bro, she over here getting younger than older. I mean, look at this, right? And then you got the, like, bro, come on now. It's like you're really gonna have me look at this and knowing it's a guy, right? Um, but other than that, actually, no. What was the point of her getting younger? Because yeah, if I'm right, she was older. Wait, let me see. Yeah, she was older right here, then got younger, and then grew again. So it's like, what was the point of her growing older, right? Unless that's the process of her becoming the beast, right? Um, but yeah, I didn't understand that, right? Um, but yeah, other than that, yeah, pretty short story. Yeah, luckily, yeah, I actually knew most of them, right? Um, and then you had her right here. Yeah, I didn't even know who this was, right? Not the one on the right, that they're showing, but the one in the middle right here. Yeah, I didn't know who this was. And I'm guessing is she missing an arm right there? I guess. Um, yeah, that's what it looks like, but unless it's hidden behind her body. But yeah, other than that, you already knew about no, what I know about him. I think he's new. But I did know about what was his name. Yeah, I do be forgetting these names, but I did know about him as well. Oh, Yagyu, I guess how you say it. Tajima, yeah, I knew about him. And there's some others here, right? So yeah, I already looked at the Indian Lost Belt, so yeah, I knew about some of them, right? And then the one with Musashi, right? So yeah, I knew a little bit, but not everything, right? Obviously knew about Gordoff there, right? But yeah, other than that, yeah, good little story that they had there. So yeah, like I said, you guys can comment down below, you know, what you want me to look at next. And then obviously the most voted will do. Wait, no, yeah, the most voted, I'll look at that. Um, I don't know if you guys want me to look at the second most voted as well. I'll do that. But yeah, I just did it this time because yeah, I didn't want the people who actually wanted me to look at Ooku. Like yeah, I didn't want to just have to wait too long. So yeah, I just did it right now, right? And it was short, right? So yeah, you guys could have just gotten it straight away, and then that's it, right? No part one, part two, and all that. Um, and yeah, if I don't get too many, I'll just put my own personal, lore video. So yeah, Lost Belt 6 or whatever. I don't know about number 1. I haven't looked at it yet, but I don't think he had one on the Lost Belt, like on the first Lost Belt, right? But yeah, other than that, yeah, that's pretty much about it. So I'm gonna just end it off right here. So hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.